Oh, my friends and family, let me just tell you that this is a Monday in all caps. Absolutely nothing is working in my office. I just lost, it's like I've lost control of the mothership. It's like the keel just broke off and the ship is about to turn over. I am now using a 10-year-old Macintosh trash can Mac as my main computer. My laptop has just gotten to the point of so unpredictable that I really don't want to use it outside of email. And now I've lost all my Bluetooth functionality. So now none of the AirDrops work from computer to computer. My phone will not connect Bluetooth, and I've lost control of my Bluetooth mouse, which is a great little Logitech mouse, which allows me to scroll sideways with my thumb. I don't have that anymore. And what I'm using is an ancient wired Belkin mouse because, again, this 10-year-old trash can Mac, because it's so great, crashes every night. So when I get up in the morning, I get this error message that said, your computer crashed, and then I have to re-sign in. The problem is it won't recognize the Bluetooth mouse. So I have to carry a wired mouse with me. Yes, you heard that correctly. I have to carry a wired mouse all the time, no matter where I go if I want to use this computer, and it sucks. And so now I'm here. And this picture package, let me just say this. And by the way, I just recorded like 15 minutes of this and had to start over because I screwed up. Let me just say this. This is not like Joe Banner five-star athlete, five-star recruit picture package. This is kind of a rush job. And if you ever saw the movie Salvador with James Woods and Jim Belushi and Cynthia Gibb, and a few other people, it's legendary in the photo circles. If you haven't seen it, you're a complete loser, and you should rush out now, quit your job, and go see this film immediately. But the James Woods character, which is based on a real guy, is trying to get out of the country, Salvador, when things have gone seriously sideways at the end, and he fakes his passport or his cedula or whatever he needs to get out of the country. And this guard at this roadblock, who's not a nice guy, looks at him and says, "It's fake." And instead of going, "No, no, no," James Woods goes, "Okay, it was a rush job." And then he gets the living crap kicked out of him. That's what you're about to look at, is you're about to look at a rush job picture package. But it is a picture package a little different from some of the others because it is a picture package based on palette, 100% palette. And then at the end, yes, we're going to get into like the sequencing of the picture package. But in essence, I just want to go through a palette thing. So let's start here. Thanks to my friend Andrew, a few months ago I went to Baja, California, was able to get on a ship. We were out looking for gray whales. This, my friends and family, is a gray whale. That's kind of what they look like. They're spherical in parts, they're long, and they're bumpy, and they have like barnacles on them, and then they blow hole all day long. I know a lot of people like this too. I know a lot of people who blow hole all day long. But no, this is the blowhole. The whale is breathing and exhaling, and of course you get this amazing plume. This is an image 100% based on content. This is not a sexy picture. The light, which I cannot control, is not necessarily that great. I do have an engine here on the left, and I've got the end of the Ponga that kind of give a sense of scale. They also give a foreground. So I've got a little foreground here, a little midground with the Mr. Blowhole, Mr. or Mrs. I think it's a Mrs. Blowhole, and then nothing in the background. But for those of you jaded, I could tell you, look, there's a little boat on the horizon that I photoshopped in. Just kidding. But there is a little boat there, and I could say, I have a background. What are you complaining about? There it is. But, it's okay. I like this picture because it reminds me of this moment. I have a whole motored sequence of this thing moving. I would probably crop out this bucket, but that's me. I have a anti-bucket fetish. Moving on. Secondary picture, I like this. This is a double exposure, and it's got a bunch of things I really like in photography, which is a foreground, a midground, and a background, and also human elements. I am a people photographer first and foremost. I don't shoot old buildings. I don't shoot urban abstract landscapes. I prefer dealing mano a mano with people, and all through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I got human here. I got a human here, and I got two over here, and they're nice. We coordinated. I radioed ahead, had them guy wear a red shirt, and this one turquoise, just to balance off with the boat here. Got to get everything set up, people. I control everything. It's one of my secrets. And I like the palette. Remember, palette. Next. This is kind of a low percentage, high volume image. So where you're blasting away on the front of the ship. And this is the moment when I realized that my camera has a motor drive and that it's so fast that I can't believe it. And I turn to strangers I don't know and say, "Can you believe how fast this camera is?" And they look at me like, "Who cares? You're a moron. Get out of here or I'll push you overboard." But there's a couple of things in this image I like. This flipper, is tack sharp. And the journalist in me, the skilled photographer in me who says I could totally motion blur this whole thing and then call it art, nope. If you can get something tack sharp, and this baby is spinning. This dolphin, which I had radio collared, and of course I'm controlling it remote control, I'm spinning him around and spinning him around. I'll never see him again. Doesn't matter. But it's tack sharp, and I like that. And then the rest of it is motion. But again, palette. Just remember this palette, people. It starts with a B, and then there's an L and a U and an E. Double exposure, Loretto Harbor, same thing. Kind of blue-green here. I got blue pongas in the back, blue here. I love the brown pelicans and the cormorants. I like this image a lot. I think this is a successful double, and I'm sticking to it. But again, palette. This is on the fringes of the palette, but it's there. And then this is another image I like. It's another double. It's got foreground, midground, background. It's got Joey Snapper here on the left just blazing. He's probably shot like 20 gigs that morning, just ripping. 14 frames a second, raw file plus large JPEG plus 4K video or 8K video, and then he's beaming it, satellite up here somewhere, stealing votes, right? That's what I heard yesterday. They stole all the votes up in the satellites. I totally believe that. Okay, anyway, there we go. But the palette, nice image. This is an image that is not particularly good. This is just standing on a boat, so excited that you're in the Sea of Cortez that you decide to shoot pictures of the surface of the ocean for the sea for no apparent reason. But remember, palette, palette, palette. And here is where things go sideways. Oops, oops, double oops. As you can see, a slightly different palette. This is late light coming across. Me again, standing on the bow, thrilled to be where I am, and just saying to myself, I got to shoot something in this light. I don't care what it is. Cue the whale, cue the SOS signal. I don't know what. Whatever's out there, I'm going to shoot it. I do even like the little, on the chop down here in the front, you've got all the little highlights of the light. This could be a secondary image, a tertiary image, but it does not fit the palette of all of these other images. These images are blue-green. Blue and blue-green across the board. You all of a sudden, if you drop this baby in, it looks like this, right? It looks wrong. It just jumps out and says, that does not belong in here. Now, if I had my other fancy schmancy mouse, I would be able to like zoom with my thumb and scroll with my thumb, but now I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. But you can see, surface, orange, yellow, red, and then blue, 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 blue. It just does not work for me, people. It doesn't. So I'm going to, if I cannot mess this up, this could be, is this going to work? Oh, there it is. Okay, so yes, no. Get it? Yes, no, yes. But that's not a particular, this image over here to the side, it's just not good enough. It's just, no, I could, again, secondary, tertiary, run copy over it, pull back the opacity. There's a million things I can do with that image, but it ain't going to make the final cut. So I'm going to go down here to picture one, and I'm going to see how I zoomed for you, how nice I am. There's probably a way to do this better, but I don't have time to figure it out. Okay, so I've got my whale. I've got my double I like. I've got Joey Snapperville here blazing away. He's now shot a trillion gigabytes since I last showed this picture. I'm just kidding. I'm not bagging on him. Look, he's into it, right? The only person in this frame who's capturing anything is him, so I can't bag on him. Got this guy, Flipper, his evil twin Zipper, and I got my Loretto Harbor double. But I don't like this order. This order is not working for me. This whale is going off the horizon here to the left. These guys are okay going to the right because I've got this picture anchoring, but I don't want to end with this, and I don't think this is in the right place at all. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to picture 2. And I'm going to move some things around. Do you see how I did that? Poof, poof, I make a picture. So I like this one over here to the left. I do. Because Charles von Snapperville is shooting in to the frame. And what are we there for? Right here. So I'm following up with a picture of a gray whale. I'm starting with this guy. Like this image, like the palette. If you opened a magazine and the right-hand page, the first right-hand page was this, I'd be happy because it's giving you a lot of ingredients to what's to follow. Then I might open that spread, and on the next right-hand page, you may have this image saying, oh, okay, this is a whale expedition, a whaleboat. There it is. And now I've kind of like, I've got my guys here in the middle, but it's still, this is feeling a little unsettled to me. Like two wildlife together guys towards the end, don't know, kind of have a sinking suspicion I need to make further changes. And my guess is you can hear this wired mouse banging into the computer the entire time, but hey, you know what? You paid extra for that. Picture 3. Oh, we're getting better. We're kind of getting better. So this, again, Joey Snapperville over here shooting into the whale and also the dolphins. But I still kind of feel like this, I'm feeling like this one is in the wrong spot for sure. And this one is in the wrong spot for sure. And maybe this one too. So I'm kind of, again, the left side feels pretty anchored to me. And I think what I'm going to settle on is right here. Although I could probably switch these two, but I'm going to stick to this one. So again, Bobby Von Slayer Snapperville over here. I still love that on the left. I love this as the secondary, the follow-up. This is kind of a break in the action. And maybe this one actually doesn't make it. If I was going to cut another one, I would probably cut this one. Because again, it's on the fringe of the palette. It's a picture that, and this is a good lesson for everybody. This is a picture I really like because now I'm a birding expert. World-renowned birding expert. So I can tell you all about these birds. Wink, wink. But just because I love it doesn't mean it should be there. And I think this is a good thing because we were photographing these guys a lot. And then also the Ponga action to anchor again on the right with what I started with on the left. Like this could almost be end of day. Ponga drivers are cleaning up the boats, done for the day, getting prepped for tomorrow kind of thing. So that is the picture package I'm going to go with. And just because I paid $150 just now to upgrade my ScreenFlow software and don't have a mouse to take advantage of it, welcome to Milnor World. I'm going to zoom in on these and just give you guys a little more, a little taste of my photographic brilliance. Did I tell you that I was a master photographer? I don't know if this is true, but there are people using that title now in amateur photography, and it's bizarre. I'm just going to say it again. It's bizarre. Left, double, whale, pelicans, dolphins, anchor shot. There you have it, and that is picture package 4.